Freshmen have really made the bread and butter of the Boilermaker offense, and we're going to see that as they dig into their bench. But first, we got to see how the starters do.
Well, we're so glad to have you on Big Ten Plus.
They call her the Energizer Bunny. She has that quick burst of speed to get out and transition, and she's making the Spartans pay here in this first quarter.
Sends that one up, does join her, and she finally gets Michigan State on the board. And the Boilermakers trying to work a bit of space. Layden nearly had some, but not enough to send that shot. Stevenson thought about the mid-range, takes it to the lane, and comes away with some points. And Terry trying her best to stop it. Osment along the line opens a space up for Hageman on the other side, and Halleck will be the one that shoots, and she'll be the one that gets the points for the Spartans, evening it out. They're going to have to make something happen here because the shot clock's just under the main clock, and A-Rock goes to line, nearly loses it, but holds on to it enough to get the points. And with that, the quarter will finish.
Boilermakers now in double figures for the first time.
Tate gives it to Moira Joyner, who fires it to Hageman. Quick ball movement here from the Spartans, and Halleck takes it inside and gets that one down.
Only two Boilermakers on the court have scored right now, Ellis and Stevenson.
And that's another thing you've seen throughout the season. As Osment takes it out of the hands of Ellis and the foul's called, is the fact that a bit more ball speed in terms of passing is needed for the Boilermakers, kind of open it up a bit.
One thing that the Boilermakers lack is size. You know, you've got Abby Ellis out there right now running your point. Sophie Swanson's not the tallest basketball player.
10 seconds left on the shot clock. Joyner finds it inside of Hageman, sets herself, sets it up, sets it down. Hageman inside. That was too easy. Gets to a point in the game where you've just got to force things. I mean, they're already doing that, but maybe force more shots. As Ellis sends this deep one up and sends it down. And that's exactly what Purdue needs. Jones calls the play. Takes it inside. Nice job finding Stevenson. And suddenly this is more the Purdue that you expect to see at home.
At around maybe 11 to 10 seconds left to kind of let that play develop.
A-Rock finds Halleck, who open and with ease puts it down. The Spartans get the last word in this third quarter. Those leaders step up. This team really does start firing, so we'll see what they can do. But Joyner is going to have other words about that and does just that, quieting this crowd at the start of this fourth quarter. Up to 10 seconds now on the shot clock. The Spartans happy to just play around with it on the outside. Hageman finally goes inside to an open Osman, and she goes to work and gets that down. I guess the idea was for her to take a quick shot. Reynolds does that, and somehow the Boilermakers get a rebound with Terry, and Layden sends it up, sends it down, and finally she gets a three to fall right on cue. Against Tate, and A-Rock comes out to help. Ellis goes inside and gets that one to fall. So finally they spread Michigan State a bit more and have the space to just take it in, and the confidence. The Grand Rapids, Michigan native, her and Hageman off the bench is just phenomenal output. And here we see her in the corner, putting it up, putting it down. It's like we know what we're talking about.
You know, she just needs a little bit of a breather.
Yeah, it's been a fast-paced game. Layden sends that one up, finally sends another one down, but is it too little, too late? A bit more pressure on the outside. They leave the inside open, but that's okay. Osment misses that, and Ellis, fast break, Swanson in the corner. This is who you want to have the ball, and that's exactly why. She is. Halleck sets herself up, and it looked good, but just a little bit too much on it. And the Boilermakers, 2:46. They're going to need to get some points here. Ellis puts it up, puts it down, and one. A-Roll, phenomenal game she's had. 5 blocks, finds Hageman on the far side. Back to A-Roll, and Osman completely open. It gets that one down, and Michigan State, that's a great play. She needs to make a decision because Michigan State, too much ease, draining the clock, and that's where you see the veteran experience right there.
Well, if you're Michigan State, you have the benefit of knowing where this ball is going. It's going to go in the hands of Abby Ellis or Sophie Swanson.
And that goes up, that goes down. The Boilermakers did everything they could to claw back into this game, but the Spartans showing their pedigree. They'll come away with the win, 68-59 here in West Lafayette, Indiana.